What's up, loved ones? This is John Tay Grace. I had a question. Can a woman decide years after a sexual encounter that encounter was indeed sexual assault? And I mean, in the moment, she gave her consent and they had sex. Could she later on change her consent and decide that she was sexually assaulted? I'm torn on this one because the male in me says, hell no, you can't do that. If you decided yes at the time, then it's a yes at the time. And the reason why I say that, of course, you'd be like, of course you're going to say that. But what it does is it puts my maleness at jeopardy. It puts my freedom at jeopardy. If any one of the people that I've ever had sex with decides that encounter was not consensual at the time, I might could potentially be facing a charge, right? So it's just a scary thought being a guy and having the possibility that somebody could decide after the fact that encounter was not consensual. But I was talking to my Lil Mama, and she told me a story that basically changed my mind. And I won't go into it in detail, but it's generally, she talked about the ways in which when we were teenagers, the ways that boys would try to get some. And I knew it all too well, because when you're a boy, you ain't got no mouthpiece. You can't really finesse your way into what you want. You really have to you really got to manipulate a person. So, back in those days when you was trying to get some, if a person didn't want to give it up, you would basically get mad at them and just cop an attitude, you know what, okay, you gotta go, or you gotta go home, or whatever. And then they think you mad at them, the girl think you mad at them, and so they would sometimes change their mind and be like, well, okay, because they don't want you to be mad. They may like the guy, so they're trying to, persuade him. And when she talked about that, I was like, that's not right. And we keeping it all the way real. When I was a teenager, I used to do that. Like, I didn't have the finesse or the words to always be able to get what I wanted. So what do? You kind of, you know what? Oh, we grown, and it just, that was the go-to strategy. And I'm sure for hella guys out there, we've all done it. But I was thinking about this Russell Simmons situation, and Russell Simmons has always been an inspiration for me as far as business, but also spiritually. He's really given his life to yoga and meditation and transcendence and centering yourself, calming yourself, so that way you're present in all situations. Well, he is fighting not a case, but he's had some accusations, some very, very serious accusations. And you never want to hear about anybody that you have personally got something from. You never want to hear about them sexually assaulting, raping anybody, So while we are talking about police brutality and systemic racism, I really wanted to make this video because we can't forget that our women are also fighting for their rights. They are also fighting for awareness for a cause that's even older than police brutality, So I just wanted to kind of put something out that would switch the conversation, or not switch the conversation, but would bring the conversation back to women's rights as well. So we can't forget that. So while we're out here protesting and marching and stuff for, men, our black men, let's not forget that our women are also fighting, and they are struggling with us against police brutality, but they're also struggling against us for misogyny, sexual assault, and inequalities. So we have to be mindful of that, and we have to do what we can to help support them in progressing male and female relationships. So that's it, bro. Let me know what you think. Please leave a comment and let me know what your answer to my question was. And and just to be clear, I am currently not going through anything like that. So this is just strictly theoretical. I'm good. So yeah. All right, y'all. Much love, man. Stay up.